Well. A Friday has encroached on us. I don't know. Something Friday. Yeah, another week. Another week survived almost. Yeah, didn't have anything going on yesterday, but that's why we're back today and more Jadd stuff. That's currently the only thing we're really doing. I really need to find another game to play and stream, and that combination is hard. But maybe, who knows. For now, though, we have stuff that needs to be done. And now thinking back to last time, we're in a bit of a, I guess, indecisive moment. Because mostly I remember we ended on just me waiting for the command to do, come on, do something. Basically that sort of situation. Because I would like if they started some shit somewhere and then we could third party in. But they're not doing anything, and that's annoying and boring and not good because we need to be doing stuff all the time. So yeah, and I guess last time we didn't really find an answer to it. It's just kind of up in the air still. And then let's see, maybe we'll find an answer. So, oh yeah, also while just loading in, I did notice some stuff is happening in Escan. Who are these guys? Unguldavor. They're a theocracy. A great temple. They are orcs, right? Yeah, they are orc Coronite orcs. I don't really know a whole lot about the Eskani orcs, haven't really played them or anything. But they seem to be doing good. They hold almost all of Castanev. Well, looks like they're gonna be taking the last piece from Marhold. Sure. Interesting. Yeah. Also, goddamn, there's one province of Road Warrior. Well, that doesn't concern us. We, meanwhile, need to look back to Haley's. So, what's the situation? We have our military, we have an exemplary vote ready to hopefully get the draft in. We did lose some money, unluckily, which means we'll likely take out a loan in order to do some magic. Before we do the fight with the command, that still is if we do. They have reduced their military, but they do also have a manpower reserve, which is a first. I think for the command, they usually never have any reserve. But yeah, so still, I would prefer to tackle them when they are in the middle of something. Like, theoretically, we could... I guess, like, as it stands, we have a bunch of other claims, and we could fight other people. And we can trigger the draft in the middle of any war. It doesn't have to be in the middle of the command war, we just need it. So theoretically, we could wait. We could wait a bit longer, start a fight with someone else. It's a bit problematic that these guys pull everyone in. We could do this. We could fight Bimlao. Which we could get 3 simple provinces. And then it would pull in. It would pull in Prukakin. But then we can use that to break their alliance. Break the Prokakin alliance with basically Mao Huan and Da Hui both. Just both of them, then they are alone. And I don't think anyone will really attack them. Bim Lao will be wiped out. Lot De Kong has other problems. And then we can pick them apart later. Okay, honestly, that sounds like something we can do real quick. So yeah, Bim Lao does have the Necropolis. I think one of the loading screens is that Necropolis. Ooh, it actually has Ancient Spirits. Yearly tax income negative 12 crowns, but all power cost 2.5%. Some ancient spirits have returned to the Great Necropolis and strengthened the old magic of the city. The current spiritual strength is very low, the current opulence is very low. Arranging more opulent graves and treasures will appease even more powerful spirits. Oh, so that could be... So basically what, you spend money, but you get all power cost reductions. That could be very good. That could be very good. It is an interesting province, definitely. So, I guess we can get our... Where is our siege general? You're gonna be the first one up. Crazed Pariah arrives. Oh, you adventurers, get out there. Deal with that man. Deal with that man. Ooh, a Gomo. Okay, both Gomo research divisions have popped. I guess let's start with the one in the Grand Library. Gomo Research Division, Akatbar. The recent establishment of a Gomo branch office in Akatbar has allowed the gnomish scientists greater success in researching the mysteries of ancient knowledge than our scholars had in decades. The increasingly better treatment of gnomes and the opportunities afforded by the library of Akatbar have led to a further influx of gnomes and Gomo influence. These groups have now petitioned us to allow the expansion of the Gomo branch office into a fully fledged Gomo research division based in Akatbar. Such a division could allow us to harness more technological prowess than ever before, while refusing it would most likely lead to a strong decline in the Gomo's scientific activity in Akatbar, as the gnomes may shift to merely consulting the Great Library's scrolls but bringing their knowledge elsewhere. Well, obviously we want them to stay. So that would give us until the end of the game technology cost minus 3%. I guess it's not a lot, but it's something that we just get for free, literally. So, sure. And then Gomo Research Division in Ravayashapal. Which is okay, the recent establishment of a Gomo branch office in Rayavashapal has led to a revitalization of natural philosophy in the city. The gnomish propensity for technology has further led to a noticeable increase in the printing sector, as the gnomish scientists prefer to print their findings rather than simply letting them echo in the hall of endless debate. Within these books, the city's most notable philosophers and scholars have seen their words travel across the world to Gomo outposts as far as Aliantir. Members of this Gomo faction have now petitioned us to allow the expansion of the Gomo branch office, blah blah blah, full research division, to serve as a complement for, and perhaps one day a rival to, the Hall of Endless Debate. The new division would certainly ensure that our scholars' work is translated into practical inventions, and while the gnomes are unlikely to abandon the prospect of a good debate if we refuse them, they will undoubtedly offer little else than arguments and counter-arguments. This gives 7.5% idea cost. That's a lot. Honestly, that's I would have expected like 5%, like I don't know, the same 3% or 5%. 7.5 idea cost is very good. Look at those philosophers go. Admittedly, it is a slight bit late because we already have, I guess we have filled out half of our ideas, a bit more. So we still got half left. I guess it's not the worst. Definitely not the worst. Because if we get Mage Equilibrium back up, they also give us like 7.5. No, they gave us like 7.5 all power costs. So that's like 15% combined. Yeah, I take that, I take that. Kobolds. Sure, we can start getting some tolerance for kobolds. They're also good inventors. Also, where the hell is the Prukakini army coming from? I guess I'm gonna let them actually get home. I assume they're walking over from Sarhal. Must have been fighting someone over there. I would rather allow them to get back. Would be a bit weird if we start fighting them and suddenly they are just somewhere. No, a general died. Was it a good one? If only I knew. Oh, I think it was our unique one. I think it was the Harimari unique general, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's a shame. They better start saving up. Military. Reassign someone else. Wrong one. Half orcs, sure. Okay, how else are we looking? Hedonism is almost full. Prestige almost full. Corruption is a non-issue. We can get the next diplomatic ideas, but that's not really something we need. And okay, since they are back... Now agent discovered. Why... Okay, so, this province, or I guess sure, just their capital, why not? Baboy. Baboy. Send everyone in. Damn, they have a war wizard. Well, I don't think the wizard alone... Well, yeah, the war wizard didn't help much if they got shot to smithereens in the first fire phase. Sorry. That just happened. Oh, and once again... I need to get my ships back in harbor. Run! You idiots, just go into any harbor. Just go into any old harbor. Cult of Sacred Love. The true purpose of the temples remains a mystery to us. However, this hasn't prevented people from concocting peculiar theories. Whether it's suggestions of a hidden indoor pool that heals all ailments, or assertions that it once served as a refuge for an ancient chicken deity. Okay. Each theory seems more outlandish than the last. Recently, a new theory has surfaced involving a high temple in Kirnadham. Diman, okay. A group known as the Free Lovers has seized control of the temple, transforming it into an open-air brothel, where all are encouraged to indulge in worldly desires, or so they profess. According to their belief, the high temples were sacred places where the precursors engaged in almost ritualistic acts of love. And while their theory is undoubtedly absurd and probably won't take hold, many are calling for the expulsion of these free lovers from the temple before their actions tarnish the sanctity of the entire site. Give the soldiers some gloves and expel them. 33 heretic regiments rise up. That means that is 33,000 free lovers. That's one hell of an orgy. Like, 33,000. I mean, that's a lot. Like, and they also have artillery. Chaos worshipper heretics. Like, where did they get the artillery? I want to know that part. I wouldn't think that that's something they can just get. Oh yeah, also, if we take a look at the exemplary, has it updated? Oh yeah, there we go. And it's the draft. It gives us 100,000 manpower. That's good. So I guess, what does that... 103,000 manpower from parliament seats. I do not understand how the maths out. Because yeah, it's definitely not the same as it said in the wiki. Because in no way does that end up being like a year's worth of manpower in any way. It also doesn't really line up as 10 years worth. I was thinking maybe it could be like 10 years worth. I guess, I don't know the math behind it, but, you know, we just know currently... I guess my assumption is it seems to be like, I don't know, like half your maximum manpower. Roughly around that is what it seems to be. I don't know if it doesn't really line up, but it's the closest. So the draft is what we're gonna do. Okay, one army tradition, and we need one more. Sure, get 2 influence. And that's 100,000 manpower. That easy. Well, now we're ready for anything. Also, get rid of those free lovers. I don't know what they're cooking. I don't even want to know what they're cooking. Oh, that's a very good shock phase. Okay, finally, those conversions are finishing, because they were expensive ones. Okay, so let's see, Prokokin, can I already break your alliance and break... Okay, they don't. We are relatively close, though. We are relatively close to breaking those alliances. I assume we're gonna take their capital. I assume we're gonna take the capital, and that should be... Damn, they have a world port. Nice. Okay, there goes that. No, our command, again the commandant, damn, those military advisors do keep dropping like flies. And I guess they are military advisors. So we're gonna rotate some of you out. Get a bit of a refresh going. See, now disease outbreak. Also, why are the Prokokins suddenly high war enthusiasm? What are you schmelling? There goes the Deshak piece. Well, Deshak is basically wiped out, so not much we can really do. Plague. 370 crowns, or do I care about this province? Not really. Sure, get some plague. Whoopsie. A little bit of plague. Little bit of plague. Okay, there goes their capital. Actually, as far as the Prokokins go, these lands are... Okay, I guess their original lands are very good. 30 development, almost 30 development. Their capital is... Come on, let me click that. Almost 40. Yeah, they have good land. But for now, we just break your alliances. We could take money, but I don't want to lengthen the truce. This is until 37. Yeah. Just get you out of the calculation. And then as far as Bimlao goes, we will take all three of their provinces, plus some change. Thank you. Very cool. Yeah. Okay, this is one part where I'm not really a fan of the automated missionaries. They do instantly override any coring that you could be doing. On one hand, I guess it's not the worst, because if they do get converted, it means we are less likely to get separatists there. But on the other hand, usually I do prefer... It is the usual way to handle coring first and then do conversions. I guess I'll see. I'll have to decide if I leave the automated missionaries on or not. It's a bit of a weird situation. Oh wait, we can actually fight Lord the Kong. Alright, I guess we don't have a peace or anything with them. And now we have a border and everything. I guess we already did do. So we could tear into them. What cities? What cities do we need? So show me my missions. What am I looking for here? Forts of Bomdan. Well, okay, funnily enough, currently I don't need any of their cities. It all kind of got yoinked. But I think we can do already the next ones. Well, okay, we do need their capital. We need Lapnam Amrik. And then even further to the north. And I guess, like, realistically, we are just taking all the land that we can get. That is sort of just how we do things. So... Oh, I guess it's funny, because I think the missions don't even require us. Well, I know. I guess, again, we have the time, we have the opportunity. Okay, the command is again making more of an army. Me no likey. But not like me can do a lot about it. I guess sure, get the armies ready. We're marching on Loddekong. And I guess we will just chomp right into the middle of them. The provinces are... I guess there are some decent ones, but mostly this is below. Mostly this is single-digit development, and then when we get closer to the river, this is actually decent, like 20. The capital is 40. That's a big one. Now, they do have a special temple, which gives yearly prestige 0.5, but more importantly, yearly army tradition plus 0.5. That is quite good, 0.5. Because, since we already have the noble officers, elven military, our army tradition decay is already quite low. And then fully maintained forts give us basically 0.5 currently, so we get another 0.5. Okay, yeah, that would be very nice for reducing it. Yeah, also I forgot we still don't have a military advisor. You are disciplined, but I can't promote you. Give me someone who I can promote up to, like, level 3 or something. I do want more military power coming in. It's a bit of a situation. So, okay, how much of... Okay, they basically have no military. And who was their singular ally? Their singular ally is this OPM. Well, I don't think they're gonna be doing a whole lot. Oh, come on, what is this selection? Just what is this selection? Having to spend quite a bit of money, which I don't like. How far do we have claims? Okay, just up to their capital. I definitely do want to try taking their capital. So... we'll set that as the goal. Sure, why not? You march straight for it. Agent discoveries all over. Come on, discipline advisor. Be a good one. Again, a +1 and not promotable. Jeez. Come on. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. So do they have defensive or... Okay, no, they don't have many defenses. That's good. Darokar has rivaled us again. I think they had unrivaled us for a little bit. Now they're back. Back again. Okay, also, how is this costing us? 3, 4... Okay, so prices are good. We're getting 50, realistically 40. Seems like we are... Something has reduced our... I guess we did build an entire new army, so that would have taken some amount of maintenance upkeep costs, obviously, but... I feel we are a bit... Oh damn, their capital fell very quickly. That was good RNG. I wasn't really anticipating it. I was pretty sure they would hold out for a bit longer. Oh wait, Ascara... Isn't Ascara the city where originally... I'm pretty sure that's the city where you first start... The other Sun Elves start. Who are like the... They can build like the Halisi Sun Elf Empire. I'm pretty sure that was Ascara. Yeah, but I guess they have been long since wiped out. Now I do wonder how much will... Realistically, I would like to take... like all of these backlands. Interlands. Okay, this is... I expected this to be... I expected this to cost more. Yeah, I think we can capture... If I'm not mistaken, we can capture... as much as we have claims for. So yeah, we don't have claims on these ones, so I will honestly not even take them. We just take what we have the claims for. And this would be 73 overextension. Which I think we have... Yeah, we have space for it, so... sure. I guess I don't need the money, it's too little. Yeah. No engagement, no nothing, just took most of their country. I did not expect that to be so swiftly concluded. Well, I guess it's good. I guess it's good. Also better ships. At some point I will have to upgrade the Navy. Oh yeah, also this reminds me, Navy, you have to go out protecting trade again and whatnot. Really should get those caravels upgraded. And okay, yeah, the command still hasn't done anything, so I would say it was a good choice to not wait for them. Because evidently they're incredibly indecisive. Also, advisor? Anything? Yes! A Sun Elven discipline advisor. Tellarian, you're the one. Welcome to the crew. And get promoted up to... do I want to go... we'll keep you level 2 for now. Okay, so this is all now... This is all now coring and building and doing stuff. And honestly, that was a lot of jungle, which we could take without much of a fight. That's very nice. Didn't actually have to fight in there. Didn't have to fight the trees. They're in the trees. Okay, so I guess for now, admin will be prioritized on. Because I think the admin techs... what do the next admin techs give? Admin efficiency is only at 23. The next idea group is at 22, so that's a bit far away. I guess 250 governing capacity is at 20. So that's theoretically something. Cathedrals. Yeah, furnaces are 21. Okay, that was... Then again, I guess getting the furnaces doesn't mean much if we don't have the institutions to build them. So I think, yeah, for now it's innovative ideas. Have to get these going. Okay, something is finishing, something can be cored. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna get rid of the automated missionaries. It's a bit... While I'm I'm currently not still doing world-spanning conquests, we're managing everything decently well, I'd say. So, yeah, it's not that hard to do it manually. So, manually, it's gonna be. Manual it shall be. Otherwise, just causes some issues with the coring shenanigans. So, oh, another military leader. Who were you? Someone good, I think. Well, okay, we do need. I guess at this point we do need an extra. Well, you're Caladora, Vinzui are as close to perfection as one can get. As close to perfection as one can get. Truly. A true Major General. So, we are getting close to the next government reform. So I guess what are we looking at here? Yeah, expected in 35, so that's actually only 3 more years. So, economic matters. What will be our options? Trade stuff. More trade stuff. I guess this is trade steering and trade company governing cost. Could be not bad. I did want to mess around with trade companies a bit, so... exploration, yeah, we don't do that. Mercantilism... I don't think that's really for us. Embrace free trade. Economic theory, interest and inflation reduction. Neither of those. We're not really taking loans, and inflation reduction is fine enough for us. War economy. War tax. Again, money. The Ordiment Proviso, I guess, would be just the best ones. Just a raw goods produced and development cost cheaper. Even though it's only 5%, it's a meaningful 5%. But it does require economic or infrastructure ideas. I guess I have toyed with the idea of maybe picking up infrastructure at some point. It is a good idea group. It does have stuff which would be very useful for us. But I know, I guess we won't have it now, and if we do pick it up at some point, it's gonna still be quite a while until then. I guess most likely we're just gonna pick up curtailing the burgers. Seizing land doesn't trigger particularists from them, which would be nice. I have been seizing land quite a bit. And then I guess trades. I guess it will be a reason to finally go into the trade companies, if they will have lower governing cost, and then I guess the merchants have less influence, and we get more trade steering, which might be good. I guess this will be a bit of a, overall a bit of a lackluster pickup, I guess. There isn't that much in here that I really love. It's all a bit meh. Actually, what are the improve inland routes? What is that? Improve. Wait. No, that's not in here. Well, I know. Not gonna worry about it. We'll see what we pick up when we get there. We'll get there when we get there. That's how I like to think about it. So the command is still just chilling, vibing. Okay, now we finally have everything coring. Well then. Next. Next target. Next target, Rooney. I don't want to go for you. I feel like I might have to be the one that starts stirring up shit. Excuse me. We paid off Guvamud's loans. We paid off their loans in order to call them into the war against the command eventually. We paid off 3,000 worth of loans. They have gotten 4,000 more. How? What are you doing? Physically, what are you doing? What's your fucking economy? I can actually take a look at it. I can actually take a look at it. Guvamud, what are you doing? So they have a total income of 80. Where is their... What are they? Low. No, I guess that's only our loans. What are they fucking doing? 800. Governments, no, no, no. I guess is there any way to see their expenses? I just wanted to see. It would be nice to know what the hell they're spending all their money on. I guess I won't, but that's just what the hell are they doing? How do they have zero inflation? If they are so incredibly in debt, how do they have zero inflation? Oh, Christ. That's my neighbor. Yup, that's my friend. I would prefer if they weren't my friend, though. They're kind of a shitty friend. Good God. Good God. They're just terrible. What else do I need to say? Oh, why did I click that away? Why did I click that message away? It said that the command is prepping to do something. It said the command is preparing to do something. I should not have clicked that away. That was incredibly important. Hey, hello, Walter. We just, my quick trigger finger did just press away some message, but, it was an important one. Hopefully, well, I guess there wasn't a lot to miss there. It just means the command is preparing to fight someone. Which is what we need. Also, I still do not understand why they are so far at the bottom prestige-wise. They have built up a military, which I do not like. And also, yeah, I do not like the fact that my my meat shield ally is just so goddamn useless. They can't even be a proper meat shield. Come on, you could be at least that much. God, I do not like the fact that the command not only now has 200,000 fielded soldiers, but they've also built up like 70k manpower reserves. That's not a good one. Okay, we have also built up some money in the reserve. We did get our draft, so we have some manpower to play with. It would be... Oh, there's a command army. And there's also dwindling Damestier deposits. No. Asca Brazil. Not in Brazil. Oh, well, this place doesn't have any development to begin with. Good to know. Okay, the command is not playing around. Oh, they're at war. They're at war with all of the sub-commands, I guess, as expected. As expected, they're at war with all of the sub-commands, which... what are the numbers like? The Tiger command is just dead. They don't have manpower, they barely have any troops, they're just gonna get wiped out. The Elephant command could do something. The Dragon command could also maybe do something. But separately they definitely will get wiped out, but that's why they're not separately. We are joining in. Actually, could I... If I'm not mistaken, I should be able to actually join... Since I am a great power, I can intervene in the war. Which... would that be... Oh no, we can't intervene in this war. Tiger Command is not the war leader. Oh, the Elephant Command is the leader. Okay, I guess we can't intervene because there needs to be at least one great power on each side. Oh, I would have expected that you could intervene if, like, it's unfair. There is, like, there is one great power on one side, no great power on the other, and then we're like, hey, let's go help out the little guy. I guess that's not how it works. It's mostly just, if there is a big fight already going, you can basically fan the flames and get in there as well. Okay. Well, yeah, so we're not doing that, we're just doing our separate little thing. Which is gonna be spicy. It's gonna be a spicy meatball. Do I have any armies that I have forgotten about? Yes, sir, this one. Do we still have any unrest on this side of the land? Doesn't look like it. Looks like all of this is stable. So... this army we can ship back to the shore. They're gonna be trying to get back and work as reinforcements. So in the meanwhile, so that I don't forget, where is our magic? We need magic. Open ruler, magic. Oh yeah, also we need to be studying magic again. We have legendary enchantment. I guess we need to get evocation up to legendary. Because yeah, currently we only have basic war magic. Getting the good war magic would be hella good. But yeah, cast war magic and then study it. Okay, that's one. And then also, where are the big spells? So scrying war combatants will cost us 3,700. I guess we could save up for it. It will be all our money, but well, it might just be very worth it. So command hello. It's a shame that I can't get Guvamud in, because they are stupid like that. Well... we're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. So... what do I need to take from them? I guess we have a bunch of claims. You know, let's set the mountain. Let's set the holy mountain, Tungayasa, as our war goal. Why not? Tungayasa, where is it? Here. And, well, time to not shit our pants, not shit the bed. It's big stuff time. So, how bad is it gonna be? That's gonna be a question. I guess first off we need to roll into their borderlands and just start picking up as many forts as we can get. Yep. So, because plus this should now... Yeah, like the elephant command is rolling up, everyone is rolling up. Like, we're not in the same war, but we very much are... We are very much fighting for the same effort. This is very much a combined undertaking. Okay, that was a very quick... Well, then again, that fort was just a Thunder Fist one, not the actual command fort. Those ones are much tougher. Also, what is our... I guess we can reduce inflation by a bit. Okay, how is the Separatists? I don't think I can just leave an army around. Well, maybe we can. Ooh, the command is coming to fight us. Can we escape? Yes, we can. You know, I would rather fall back a bit. Just, I don't know, get in somewhere. Stop entering into coalitions. What do you think you're gonna achieve? Because also, one thing which is happening is they are having to fight along a very big front line. In the first wars, that very much helped us, which was basically splitting the command up and making them split up their military, because if it was concentrated, we could not beat it. Oh, and they have dumped absolutely all of their manpower into the field, so they have 270k in the field. Good to know. Good to know. That's bad. Well, bad, good, I don't know. Again, I guess we can just assume any losses that we do inflict. Any losses that we do inflict are gonna hit hard. Yes, Dragon Command, you can indeed get military access. This, as a matter of fact, all of you can get military access from me. This is the one time where I will happily give military access to everyone that's involved in this entire situation. Okay, get some conversions going while we're... Damn, that's gonna be... I guess, yeah, the capital is expensive. Okay, they have... Okay, that's a siege general. That sure as heck is a siege general. That's a fighting general. Why do their generals have to be so good? Always. And also, why is once again our siege general just stuck in such a long siege? Oh, the goblins are coming. We could wipe out the goblins. And a disease outbreak. Lovely. Well, okay, the command is sort of rolling up with everything. That's 100,000 stack. Do I want to throw all my shit in there as well? We could wipe out, I think, all of the Jade March's military in one fell swoop. Christ, this... Oh, well, okay. Just abandon that siege. You are literally a worthless siege general. You can't even finish one goddamn fort in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, we need to... First of all, we need to make sure that the correct general gets in first. So they're arriving on the 6th, they're arriving on the 7th. Both of you are arriving a bit too late. So give it a few days. 13th. Give it like one more day or... Yep, and now get in. So that will be a giant shitfest. We'll see how it goes. We are dropping much more number-wise than they are. Much more. Much, much more. Okay, so we lost, what, 9,000? They lost... quite a few more. That's 30. I guess actually only close to 40,000. That's not as much as... I think if it weren't for the command troops, the Jade March should have been wiped out. Which is a bit of a shame that they didn't get wiped out. Also, Tiger Command... You're not willing to give me military access. You prick. Absolute buffoon. Okay, I guess let's go and see if we can relieve our siege here. Nope, nope, they just took it on 7%, because of course they did. Where is our goddamn 5 siege? General, the last one, of course. Okay, well, at least I guess that was a bit of a hollow victory. It was mostly just the goblins that participated in that. Also, while I'm dealing with this, looks like the sub-commands are losing on all fronts, which is not good to see. That is again admin tech. Yeah, like a 60,000 army of the command. Like, what can I do against that realistically? They have perfect generals, they have the perfect army mixes. Infantry, cavalry, artillery. They just have everything. And we have nothing. Well, in theory we should have something, but it doesn't really work out that way. Oh, and there's another 20,000. And yeah, this is, even with our 60% siege ability against them, they still end up with net 13% positive fort defense, which is just horrible. It means that every single siege is that much longer. I guess they're not longer, they're just the standard, but considering that at this point I'm used to short sieges, it does hurt when suddenly... No, Callisto, I don't care about you doing something like this. You know, if anything, you could help in this goddamn fight, but you won't. Also, Guvamud, you are just something special of a cookie. course you have to go around. Please, why do all of these sieges have to drag out so long? I guess it would be, if only we could I guess, make our way through the initial line of fortifications. Then again, we could strike into the heartland, and that would be much easier. The Elephant Command has lost their capital. That's not good. If our meat shield dies a little bit too quickly, then we will be left without a meat shield. And that will be not good. Why do you have to walk around that way? Where the hell are we? Oh, they have entered here at the top. Yeah, sure, honestly, I couldn't care less what you do on that end. As long as they are dying to attrition over there, that's just perfect for me. Also, what Bimlau separatists? I guess it would be nice to potentially deal with those guys. Can I pull you out so that we don't die to attrition? Well, we are already dying to attrition. It is what it is. Yeah, I do not like the fact that the command is sort of... I guess they have decided to entirely ignore me, and I guess they are bearing down on the Elephant Command full force. The dragons are... Oh, the dragons have died in combat. Sure. That's not perfect. I guess it does mean they have been fighting, but... Oh, and the command has lost no manpower. That's definitely not what I wanted to see. That is quite the opposite. I was hoping to see that at least they have taken casualties in the fighting. They haven't. As a factual point, they haven't taken any casualties. Which is bad. As you may imagine. Yes, at least soon enough we will have military tech 19. That could prove to be a bit of a... well, it will definitely be a boost to our fighting chances. But, chances are the command will catch up quite quickly. And then it will all end up being the same. Okay. They are again trying to take some of our forts. Yes, disease outbreak. That's what I love to see on them. That's what I love to see. I would also love to see some better siege progress. But... And yeah, shame is I can't really... I can't really help the others in any way. They're just sort of slowly dying, and I feel like the progress that I'm making is not... Well, maybe if we capture these frontline forts, it could be decently impactful. Okay, and they instantly... They have been getting a bit lucky on their sieges, I have to say. I'm waiting everything out until like 50-70%. Meanwhile, they have succeeded in like 2 sieges in a row. At like 7 or 14%. That's a bit sketchy. That's a bit sketchy, if I do say. Oh, they have split off their general. They have split off their general. This could be absolutely stupidly good. This could be ridiculously... I don't know what they're doing. They're having a bit of a... Oh no, well, okay, well, they're fixing everything up. They noticed. They hear what I'm saying. They're listening in. They have a bug somewhere. They have my room wiretapped, evidently. The Jade March is rocking up in full force, as much as that does. Hey, maybe I should have cast a fireball or something on this fort. Honestly, that could be something. Hey, 40%! We didn't have to wait too long. Okay, so now move everyone down south. Maybe we can achieve something here. Maybe we can achieve something. They are... Well, okay, no, they're sort of splitting up their troops, but then again, not really. I swear to God. Of course they managed to finish on the 28%. That's actually just stupid. That is actually just stupid. Oh, and that's 100,000 command boys on the other flank. They're arriving. I assume those are the ones that took over the elephant command. Well, at least we can happily wipe out some goblins. We can happily wipe out some goblins. Yep. Okay, you recapture our castle. Would be very... it's such a shame that we didn't manage to take to Egdi at the start of the war. That would have been... because it blocks passage... it blocks passage across the river. And that is just a shame. And now Mao... Okay, I only now noticed Mao Huang has started the fight against the Dragon Command. You idiots. You absolute idiots! Do you not see the bigger picture? Do you not see the bigger picture? They don't. The answer is they don't. In other news also, the Herald has a new obsession. There is a new obsession. Usually, this is a benefit, drawing the most learned scholars, blah blah blah, but over the past few weeks, the libraries have been the Herald's sole domain. Rarely venturing outside into the light of Sir El's sun, he has instead been devouring knowledge, binging as hard as any drunkard would with wine. Eleazar the First reads one book, finds their attention drawn by a sentence or phrase therein, reads another from there, and repeats the process dozens of times each day. So, what is it this time? Canorian martial culture again. It sucks. The yearly army tradition decay absolutely sucks. Why couldn't it have been something else? Literally anything else. But okay, I guess it does mean we can get our military technology a bit more quickly. So this is what... It will give us more supply limit, which means less attrition. Military tactics, which reduces damage taken by a little bit. And we get new infantry, as well as new forts, but I guess the new forts aren't really going to be meaningful this war. I won't exactly be upgrading anything mid-war. So, we pick it up. Further developments in infantry formation improved their firepower. They were narrowed and made rectangular to increase the number of muskets that could fire in each volley. Attachments of small artillery pieces further increased the firepower of infantry. So, a new unit type. What do we get? I guess one is... Oh yeah, one is more defensive, the other is more offensive. So, the defensive one is the Order of Avengers. Oh yeah, the command is definitely an Avengers level threat. Established by Dawn Elf descendants of the Onoi and the Lai. The Order of Avengers is one of Rasenkan's holy orders. Okay, so these are once again the Alien theory elves. Yeah, they are one of the holy orders, founded with the purpose of fighting in the Ephelai jungle, in their own terrain, and avenging their ruin-born ancestors. They fight as irregulars, using phoenix fire and evocation magic to cause the maximum amount of damage to the Ephelai and their thralls before retreating. Okay, so... I know, it sounds like they are very... I guess they are guerrilla fighters, so they don't take a lot of damage because they are all over the place. Meanwhile, the sun-blessed Agshkastu, the standard firearm of the Jadd Empire, the Agshkastu musket, became even deadlier in the hands of elven musketeers. However, since the weapon could not withstand its rate of fire, the Jadd's military commissioned a new model of the weapon for elven use only, which they dubbed Sun-Blessed. This new and expensive model of the Agshkastu allowed elven musketeers to fire an almost continuous barrage of bullets, and also significantly extended the weapon's accurate range. So basically just line infantry. I guess we are in the 1600s, so this is like the start of line infantry sort of stuff. And it's just, yeah, really good shooters, really good musketeers. So, not a lot of defensive, but what do we get over the outdated ones? We definitely do get more offensive fire. Oh, actually, fire is the only thing that really changes, because what am I currently running? Yeah, the other crew and chargers, so... In practice, this will be one more fire, and that's it. Damn. That's a bit... Yeah, hello times ticking. Infantry multiplier might also have gone up. And no, this tech was... this tech was just a basic one. We just got a new type. No No multipliers, sadly. That's gonna be the next one. That's gonna be the next one. Well, yeah, fire. It has been 1.1 since level 14, right? So the next one is the big one. That gives us 0.5, which will basically be a 50% increase to damage dealt for the infantry. Plus new cannons. The next level will be immense, but I guess not now. So, Shkastu it is. And yeah, I guess to catch you up, we are in a war against the command. It happened. The sub-commands are also in their separate war. They are sort of losing. They very much are losing. It also doesn't help that Mo Huang has decided to attack the Dragon Command in the back, which is understandable, but fuck me, they could have done it a bit later. Not right now. Annoying. So it's a bit of a race with time, because the command is just waltzing about as they do. We haven't had many fights yet, mostly just trying to intercept little armies here or there. And also mostly just jumping from fort to fort. Yeah, the events with the free war wizards we did get during I think the first war I had with them. I got quite a few. Haven't seen any in the past wars though, which is a bit problematic. Also, new era ability. Not really whole lot here. Maybe harsh treatment cost. Then again, I don't really want to spend military power on harsh treatments. I also don't do much. Autonomy changing. The good ones have been picked up, I have to say. I guess let's get autonomy changing. I don't know if I will actually end up using it, but sure. Also, how is absolutism looking? We are sort of closing in on our cap, so that needs to be raised, which means I have to get rid of some religious state. I think, yeah, we can get rid of religious state, most likely. We are doing good on admin power. Get rid of that. And the merchants. Consider running 100k stacks and just running around obliterating command armies. Well, we can't obliterate them. It's that simple. If I could stack wipe them, obviously I would, and the only real chance we have at fighting them is if I blob up in 100k stacks. But I can't stack wipe them, and then, like, I know, I just don't want to take the fights if I can't be sure that I'm actually killing them. My best shot is trying to catch these little bunches. From time to time, they split something off, and it just doesn't have a general. Those are the chances that I can take. And, like, obviously, sometimes I try to take these fights, but their manpower is just much better than ours. Even if they have none, they still regain. I don't know how much they regain per month, but it sure is much more than ours. And yeah, the slave armies I do know about. Like the goblins I very much like beating up. They're a nice little snack. But realistically, like, it doesn't contribute much. I feel like beating the goblins or beating the orcs or whatever, it's a bit of a hollow fighting. So okay, let's. I am a bit afraid if they finish that up, we're gonna end up. Oh well, okay, they are coming to assist. Well, that's shit. Also, sieges have been relatively unlucky. Oh no, they decided to not help. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, well, that, I guess, as I say that they are unlucky, that siege was lucky. But, also, these goddamn goblins... Okay, they did get wiped out. Did take a bit of a beating, though. So, here again, they are walking up 60k more. And okay, the elephants have 40,000, and the elephants really don't want to fight. I don't know, they're just not committing to anything. The Dragon Command, I guess, has tried something, but they're just fucky. Is that fort in urban terrain? This one, no, I think this one is just out in the farmlands. Yeah, this is farmlands, this is urban. But honestly, like, the -1 on the dice roll, it's something, but, like, I wouldn't bet my money on it. It's nice, and if I do take fights, I do prefer to take them on cities, but it's a situation. There's also the river. Yeah, the river is the river from... I'm pretty sure the river... Yeah, the river is only from that side, so... a bit limited in what we can do there. They are keeping... Oh, they are force marching this 120k stack. Eee. Maybe let's walk away from that a little bit. Okay, no, they're force marching 60k. Oh, they're coming. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Dip out, dip out. We have movement. Someone has... Who the hell can rival us at this point? You? Who are you? Funny little lads. How can you rival me? How can you rival me? Who even are you? Easts are Holly. Ah, they're humans. Okay. Oh, looks also like the lizards have... Empire of Catalashia. Looks like the lizards have like, I assume that's a formable. It does have a cool emblem. That's a good flag. Not gonna lie, that's a good flag. Well, enough looking at funny flags, though. Back to this. So, it would be very nice if we could jump these 30,000. Oh, they have adventurers. Oh, they have some mercs. I assume not a lot, though. Where is it? Military armies. Oh, they have 33,000 mercs. Okay, so it's not as good for them as I thought it was going. Sure. They've reclaimed the marshes. Yeah, I guess I know very little about the Sarhallan situations. So I guess there are jungles. And yeah, they are going into the swamps somewhat. Army quality comparison. I think currently we are winning out on the quality-wise. Yeah, we are... They have dogshit prestige, which is definitely helping us. So we have a little bit of an advantage morale-wise. Discipline is good. Because if I'm not mistaken, they currently aren't running a discipline advisor. They have someone else. I think it was a... Yeah, they are running a fortifications... No, wait, fortification experts is not the advisor, that's just something. But basically, yeah, discipline, we have like a... What is that? 15% advantage, which is something. Siege ability, roughly the same. They have very good for defensiveness, which hurts. They don't have any professionalism. Tradition is maxed out, so like... Currently, we do have the advantage, but... I don't know, it's not a big enough one, I'd say. It's like... they must have taken defensive ideas. Yeah, it was, they did take them and maxed them out. It was their... I guess they have already picked up admin, but yeah, it was a relatively recent pickup for them, which I I did not like to see that. Admittedly, maybe it's better than some other options, but it definitely is a bad one for us. Means they have the morale, means that we have to sit on their forts a long time. It's just all around not a good one. Okay, what am I looking at? What am I thinking about? We do have the money. I haven't yet, I didn't yet pick up the one which gives us vision on them. The spell. But maybe, would it be worth it right now? I guess it does give a little bit of a morale boost as well. Where are we? War combatants. So we could get it. It's a minuscule amount of morale. And it's some... I guess it's a decent amount of movement speed. And we see what they're up to for 5 years. Would it be useful currently? Like, I'm not really sure how useful it would be right now, because mostly I can see what I have to worry about. I guess what it would help with identifying where their other troops are. But I don't know, it's a bit of a situation. Also, how expensive is handling them? Well, yeah, too expensive for me to care. So, do I want to try jumping their siege forces? The adventurers will crumble instantly, and then it's just a stack of cavalry and artillery. We could wipe those out. But the other armies are... they're just too close. I feel like the generals would join in right away, and then we don't have any advantage either way. Catching the 60 stack might be something. Okay, honestly... yeah, sure. This stack doesn't have a general. Okay, and all of our generals are comparatively good, so it doesn't matter who's the first one that enters. We just need someone to get in there. Recruitment time. So they are... I do wonder, are they gonna try and help? And okay, the casualties are definitely in our favor. Well, so much should be expected, considering that they literally don't have a general. Ooh, that's a good one. That was 6,000 per tick. Okay, so that was definitely something. We lost, what, 9,000? And wiped out, like, 30. That's pretty good. But then the problem is they are just gonna run off. They are just gonna run off, and we can't really do much about it. 14k RT. Yeah, that's something. Well, it is definitely cutting them down. I guess... do we try and jump? Okay, so this army is a bit beaten up. Maybe we leave you out of the fight. Well, everyone is a bit beaten up, admittedly. Could consolidate. Institution, we're not really spreading any... Actually, are any institutions coming up anytime soon? I don't think they are. No, the next one is manufactories, just at 1650. So... and actually, I might have to pay a little bit of attention. Potentially, we could spawn... we could spawn manufactories, maybe. Among your provinces, the most likely is Ovdaltungur. No, yeah, is in a state and 2 neighboring 15 dev provinces. Actually, that could be something to consider. Would be an... Oh yeah, also I forgot that I'm moving this army over. So what's the situation in Ovdaltungur? I could definitely state it. Actually, why the hell haven't I stated it? Might as well do that right now. So, neighboring provinces, I guess they only have... This one already is 24, and then theoretically we would have to dev up this province to 15. And it could work out. Okay, I will try my best to remember that. Chances are I will forget about it. But, well, we'll see. Maybe I won't. Okay, they didn't take it, so we can gamble a little bit. We can gamble a little bit on the timers. Honestly, send everyone the fuck in. No, they literally took it on the day that... Yes. Yes, of course. This will suck balls, but we are committing. We are committing at this point. Come on, get the reinforcements in. Okay, good rolls. Okay, well, actually, they got a shit-ass roll. Okay. Okay, wasn't nearly as bad as I thought that would be. We took some casualties, but all just on the front line, and still inflicted a good chunk more. I assume some of that must be mercenaries, but... Well, still, 20k infantry is something to lose. They're not just gonna sneeze on that. Get everyone out. Make sure that only the siege army is left. Ugh, attrition, my only enemy. Okay, in the meanwhile, we can try and capture some random provinces slowly. Our manpower is holding decently. And I guess it's good to see that, like, the Tiger Command and the Elephants and... Honestly, I won't continue that sentence, otherwise I will absolutely jinx it. I will not continue saying anything about them. That's just gonna bring bad luck otherwise. Ooh, that stack doesn't have a general. That stack doesn't have a general. It's running around unprotected, but it's going back to meet up with its friends. Yeah. Okay, I guess if nothing else, that single engagement did show that we do have the quality advantage. We indeed do. Though I guess RNG also played a role in that fight. They did sort of get very crappy rolls. Oh, nice. 4-3 taken. So, what do we do here again? Would be nice to catch one of those armies unawares. Ah, well, and then they rock up another one. Sure, small tolerance to decrease. So, what do you lads want to do? We chilling? We all chilling? Bing chilling? Hey, if they want to die to attrition, I wanted to say if they want to die to attrition, but then again, I have to remember the command has so many attrition reductions they basically don't take any. Which is always a bit of a shame to see. Yeah, during all of the fighting they have only taken 20,000 attrition losses. We have actually inflicted 100,000 battlefield losses at the cost of 30,000 of our own. So that's actually a very good ratio, considering that we've also killed 100,000 of the Jade March. Okay. Okay, it's... the war is getting somewhere. So I wanna see if they try to jump any of my armies. That could be good, because then we could blob in on whoever they try to jump. But I think they are just running around and trying to siege places. Well, okay, the tigers and elephants are trying to unsiege some provinces. That is... something. Keladon now playing the most advanced interactive coloring book. Hello, Pomazani. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, it's well, it sure is a coloring book. That sure is what Paradox games are to me. But yeah, you've caught us right at a butt-clenching conflict. It's I don't know. Admittedly, I think fighting the single biggest power besides us in the game currently. I would go as far as to say that. And yeah, it is a situation. The enemy is big. The enemy has a lot of stuff. We also have a lot of stuff. It's... yeah, a situation is, I think, the way to put it. Do we go south? Sure. No, don't walk through there, God's sake. I do want to deal with those separatists. Maybe we can shuffle our armies around a bit. Potentially that could cause them to start shuffling a little bit, which might work out in our favor. It might not. Who knows? No, don't walk through there. That's a suicide. Suicide is not badass, unlike Danny DeVito would have you think. A lot of numbers. A lot of numbers running around everywhere. I think me retreating from the front line will cause them to once again try and unsiege their forts, which I think that I can allow them to try. That will be a bit of attrition. Plus, maybe we can catch them in some defensive terrain. Would be pretty good. Oh, and plus if they are... well, okay, no, they're not gonna leave that army without a general. That would be bad. I would much prefer it if they attacked the city. Like, even though I said that the +1 dice advantage isn't a lot, it is something. It's definitely better than nothing. That's quickly separatists dealt with. But they are gonna retake this if I don't do something, but... also, wait, now that I look at this, 70,000, 120,000, isn't that like all of their army? That is basically all of their army. Which does mean if they are fighting me, then they're not fighting the sub-commands. I guess for the Dragon Command that is too late, they are fully occupied by two parties. But the elephant command is still kicking. Somewhat. So are the tigers. They're at least trying. Which is good. It's more than we can hope for, really. Now, do I want to try jumping them here? It's 70,000. They don't... If we could break their front line, they have a shit ton of artillery, but not that much infantry protecting them. But then again, a shit ton of artillery does mean a shit ton of damage coming our way. Which is not perfect. Piss. Indecisiveness. As many generals have said, indecisiveness is the worst trait you can have. Who was it? I don't remember now. Eisenhower? Or who was it? A mediocre plan executed quickly is better than a perfect plan never executed or executed too late. Something along those lines. I do remember. One of the American generals, if I'm not mistaken. Sure. Let's try and jump them. It went decently well the first time around. And if we can break... Give your fucking soldiers food, Sun Tzu. Yeah, well, Sun Tzu... like, looking at most of Sun Tzu's teachings now, they do seem a bit basic. But, well, back then that was the height of strategy. I say doomstack them. That's my strategy. Which is... Okay, they are definitely pulling up. They are definitely pulling up, which is a slight bit bad news bears. And okay, we are getting bad rolls. We are getting very bad rolls. Maybe the arrival of the 30k could swing it. It's not looking good. Maybe we have to retreat. We can retreat. But that would be... Fuck. Well, this is a shitfest either way, but... What can we pull through? Well, if only we got a single good dice roll. Well, that definitely didn't go well. That definitely didn't go well. Retreat out manually. Well, that was an absolute waste of troops. Yeah, I guess seeing that the first time they didn't send any reinforcements, I was hopeful that they again wouldn't send in any reinforcements. Alas, they sent in literally everyone. They chucked in literally everyone. And then that's what happens. And also, hello, 9 lives. Yeah, wasn't it meant for 10-year-old lords, nobles who never had gone into battle? I guess, yeah, like... I think most... aren't, like, most military philosophies mostly meant for, like, officer education? If I'm not mistaken. At least I think, like, the German-Prussian... like Clausewitz is the only one I think I know by name. I think they mostly like were for officer education, stuff like that. And also, okay, we do have our government reform, which, as I said, is a bit of a nothing burger. A bit of a nothing burger because what exactly do we need? I guess I'm sort of mostly leaning for the curtailing the burgers. Sure, let's pick that up. And then the next one I think should be actually something legitimation of power. Which was... I guess, yeah, years of separatism, unrest, and all the state influence down could be a good pickup. That I don't really care about. Leviathan is rebel stuff, which is yeah. And yeah, I guess the next one would be Balance of Power, which is actually just a really good one. But that's gonna be 40 years, so gonna take a little while. Okay, and now I guess we are slightly fucked. And we have to recover. Now, would it be quicker to just merge and honestly recruit new troops? We can recruit in a month at least the infantry. So I think we're gonna have to just merge and get new recruits in. Specifically for the infantry. I guess everyone can get to their designated locations. Yeah, that definitely swung the war not in our favor. I guess the war score wasn't that big. I think the biggest shame is we didn't inflict that many casualties in that fight. At least if we had dished out as much as we took, would have been cool. Well, I guess we did do as much as we took, but we should have done a bit more. So, the infantry merge, and you need 4,000 more infantry. Get that going. The cavalry also took a beating, but they take a bit longer to recruit, so... And okay, you can stay, sure. 4 more infantry. Okay. And then we have one army which is intact. And then, okay, you are also beaten to smithereens. Okay, so now also the command is now going to smash the tiger and elephant leftovers. So sad. This is so sad. Also our advisor dies. Goddamn. Got a heart attack. That was a good advisor. That's a bit of a shame. That was a good advisor. So, who can we get in? Production efficiency would be good money, which maybe we need. Sure, get in the production efficiency guy. Okay, so now, what mod is this? Looks interesting. It's Anbenar. It's a total... It's a high fantasy total overhaul. The map is... You can think of it as, like, somewhat similar to IRL, like Europe, Asia, effectively like the Middle East and stuff, and then there is Alien tier, which is the Americas, so it's inspired, it's somewhat inspired, but then there are lizard men, we are elves, we are fighting hobgoblins, all sorts of, they're basically all sorts of fantasy stuff mashed in. And goddamn, can I just say, I expected more from those elephants. Like, I know that they're not the best, but like, I didn't expect the best from them. I did expect a little bit more than they just showed us. And okay, yeah, now the command is really quickly gonna retake everything. Which is not perfect. They do have 180k. And like, all things considered, even though we took a horrific blow, we still are at 100,000 manpower. So we can continue. It was bad, but it's not the end. It's not the end of the world. I doubt we're gonna pull through until the next debate, but also that reminds me, how long has this been going? Do we still have war magic? Yeah, we still have war magic until 37. Okay, so 2 more years, have to remember that. Also, I once again forgot about our little back army over here. I guess it is only 24k men, but would be nice to have them on the front. Okay, so this is mostly cavalry. So now we have some cavalry and artillery losses still. I guess we can maybe allow ourselves like a month, maybe 2 months of recovery. Though I guess we can do the recovery closer to the front lines. That we could do. Maybe try and attack this fort. It is only Zhongji troops, not the hobgoblins. And plus they are dispersing again. Okay, so they are dispersing again, which means as long as they literally aren't in one blob, like the entirety of their army in one province, we can manage it. I think we can manage as long as we at least slightly split them up. Okay, let's go for it here. Okay, and they definitely don't want to help their allies. That much seems to be a fact. They do not give a shit about them. Okay, and that is... Was that the entirety of the Zhongji military? Basically. Oh, and okay, the Dragon Command has been pieced out separately, so Mao Huang got a big chunk. They actually made it over to the other side of the mountains, but the command did also bite down quite heavily. Yeah, the Dragon Command is basically in the same shape as the Tigers now, I would say. I doubt they're gonna be able to do much now. Okay, now we do need to retake this fort, because it is incredibly annoying. Okay, they're all dispersing, they're doing sieges in the south now, which... What is this? Just farmlands. Yeah. Not really too benefit... This place doesn't really benefit us that much. Oh, and we are... Oh, we're actually maxing out on admin. I guess that means we can pick up some ideas or the tech. I guess we can pick up the tech and then the next ideas. Another advisor slot. Dynamic quartz. Very cool. Also, how is our... Okay, we don't have much. I would have expected us to maybe have more war exhaustion from the losses that we have taken, but it's quite okay. Okay, and you can make your way over. It's gonna take a while, but... And okay, now... I guess since they have taken these forts now, they can march into the south. But admittedly, I don't care that much about these southern parts. That is mostly just jungle. If they want to die in attrition a little bit, they can be my guests. Though it does allow them more maneuverability, which, as I keep saying, is never good. Okay, well, and yeah, the elephants are absolutely getting massacred. Bone Carver. Well, I know Bone Carver is actually sizable. Well, for how long though? Okay. Okay, so they have what, like 60,000 down in the south, 50k right here marching about. So they have like 60k some. Oh no, that's 18. Yeah, we could catch these guys out if we take the fort. Well, except we didn't. Okay, now they're doing some sieges in the south. Which honestly, I guess rivers, jungles, it could be quite beneficial to fight them in the south, I guess. Though the problem is, it is a very long path walking back and forth. I really need to take this fort to open up the river passage. And okay, I do see the elephant command has been pieced out. I think they didn't lose as much, but they definitely did lose a chunk. Just all around their borders. And okay, and at some point the dragons, the tigers also got pieced out. I didn't even notice that because I don't think they even took anything from the tigers, which is a bit surprising. I guess they just pieced them out. Because, yeah, they didn't even take Sarisong. But I guess that does mean it is now a 1v1. Well, not much of a 1v1 considering that... Well, but basically it's a 1v1. Which makes me think, can we piece out these guys so that we simply don't have to think about them? Yeah, we can. I guess I won't be able to annul any of their treaties, just get out of the fighting so that I don't have to think about you. The command capital is still in its original place in the middle of the plains. So it is in a very easy to reach place. If we could actually take down this fort line and start properly going in, it is a straight march to their capital, which, like, they don't have many forts to begin with in their core lands. Most of the forts are where they have taken them. But problem is the fighting has been... But you see, I'm not simply going for war score. That is a thing. If I simply wanted war score, there definitely would be ways to do it. I want to actually beat them. I have done it several times, and also that they are military 19. Good to notice that. I actually want to, as much as possible, grind their military into the dust. I don't know if it's going to be entirely possible, seeing that they, again, are recovering also, but if you take their capital, they rush back to recapture. Well, yeah, but that doesn't... They are running around currently to try and recapture different places. Obviously, the capital has its own priority, but I don't know, it's... I would very much like to try for it, but I think it also doesn't... like, the terrain around here is very basic, So, like, fighting around their capital isn't super beneficial for us. Admittedly, neither is fighting in these river plains. It's much the same. But, yeah, I don't know. I wanna hopefully get some situations around the capital. There basically are no good situations. It's all very much to their benefit. Also here, we do have the safety of many layers of fortifications. Around here, everyone has easy maneuverability, so if we get caught out, it's bad news bears. Meanwhile, if we get caught here, maybe like for example as we did, we can retreat behind a few lines of forts, and it's not the end of the world. Okay, they are shuffling some troops around. Okay, and they are hiring condottieris. Sure. Okay, we should be able to catch... Oh, and that's... Okay, a bunch of mercenaries and then one of their actual armies. I guess not perfect. Beating their actual armies would be better, but it should be an easier fight. Well, the shock phase definitely is good. Okay, fire also working out. Rolls could be rolls definitely could be a bit better. Now it's just they are gonna be running away to God knows where. Did I by accident bring down a... Okay, one thing we can definitely try and do is... I want this river crossing. I want this goddamn river crossing. Because then... movement here would be much nicer. Okay, they're flooding up in the north. Yeah, manpower isn't looking perfect. At least if we take this fort, plus it's in a marsh, so... well, a bit more problematic for us to take. Okay, so they're once again gonna unsiege that. It's interesting that they're not even attempting to take back what I have set as the war goal. Because, I think I set Tugayasa as the war goal, and they're not even... they're not even attempting to claim it back, which is... a bit interesting. By interesting, I mean weird, mostly. Okay, we got the fort quite easily this time around. So... come on up, everyone. Okay, the Azjakuma is turning up. 1000 Thunder Fists. Ooh, that is a... okay, they're already ahead of us. Would have been nice to catch the pure artillery stack. Oh, but we can catch out the Osjakumans. Are they gonna try and assist? Doesn't look like it. So that's another slaves. I guess they're not slave states, but that's another one of their friends wiped out. And we can oh well, okay, well maybe not. Maybe not if they're gonna bring in the entire horde. Maybe not. Split up, Delta split. I don't want to die to attrition. Ooh, that is a pure artillery stack. If we could... They will definitely reinforce. But if we get in a few days of fighting... That could be big. We will eat a little bit of... Oh, no, well, okay, no, they did. They did drag in a general. They did drag in a general. No, though... What if we experiment a little bit? Then again, no, that general is likely gonna get caught. That's not a good idea. Merchant fractures, what's this? Mercantilism. Yeah, we like mercantilism. It's money. Okay, no, they're not quite removing themselves. Okay, they have actually only... Okay, they are moving away, and this is without military ideas of Ariatra. We will dedicate this attack to our Empress Consort. If it goes bad, then that's her fault. We could snatch a bit of quick down. Okay, they instantly... How did they get a general in so quickly? I guess it didn't swing it, but there very much wasn't a general here, you cheeky little boogers. Yeah, well, that was not what I was hoping for. Quite a bit of damage for not much dished out. Yeah, we don't have a straight passage here. Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, these are the goblins still sieging on the east side. Could we take this at all? Maybe. Our armies here are... Honestly, we could leave you. You're a bit beaten up. The most beaten up. Okay, that should be good enough to wipe out the goblins, I hope, at least, which reduces how much stuff they have on the front line. At least makes it a little bit easier to look at. Though, it's a shame they did not even get wiped out. Shame. Shame. How are they looking? 140. Meh. Though, I'm not seeing a lot of infantry. Is it just me, or do they basically have vast majority artillery at this point? Which, on one hand, is bad, but that's basically a glass cannon. Haha, literally glass cannon. We will take casualties, but it would be possible to beat them down if they only have artillery. They have 30,000 infantry, 14 cavalry, and then 90k artillery. So yeah, they are... They don't have a front line left. They do not have a front line left, which means we can power through. We will take damage, but like once the front line is entirely dead, we can just melt their artillery back rows, which would be incredible value. A rude sandstorm. When in company of the Kets, one must behave cautiously and respectfully, as one obviously does not want a god's wrath unleashed upon himself. Unfortunately for him, a notable landowner has knocked over Ket's luggage, causing it to sink in the waters of the Sorrow. Least to say, the next day the landowner's residence and its vicinity were met by a huge sandstorm, which did not move away from the place it was summoned upon. The Ket is now contemptuous with his retaliation and watches as his creation swirls parts of debris in random directions. I think the Kets can do what they want, not gonna lie. They are the Kets. Okay, they are marching to attack us. But we could very much... Okay, so they did not stop the attack. Okay, yeah, look at that. Look at that. 709,000 losses. Their artillery is absolutely evaporating. We need another shock phase. Yeah, look at the shock phase. I love seeing these numbers against the command. Look at that, 16,000 artillery. 16,000 artillery. That was perfect. Okay, we do need to recuperate some losses. Otherwise, this is not easy on our front lines either. Shit, those... Okay, don't log that in. Stay where you are. You replenish the fastest in your own provinces. Yeah, I am aware of that. I am aware of that. But... not always possible, is it now? I am mostly... currently... Oh, shit, of course you... okay, I guess we have to stay in this province and fight. Aha, they got the penalty. Oh, look at that, negative 4,000. Okay, this is bad because our morale is very low, but... they are losing so many men. Why is their morale not buckling? They are losing so many men. Okay, that's very shitty. Okay, even though it was a defeat, we inflicted like 5 times more casualties than they did. Even though on paper it was a defeat. Oh, don't tell me that we're now gonna get stack wiped. If 120,000 gets stack wiped, and of course it's at the end of the year. Why? I do not understand why they did not lose morale. Like, at all. I guess Scorching... where the hell was the Scorch Earth button? Or it was the army. It was under the army. Scorch Earth... Yeah. I guess that should... Will that get us out? We still cannot get out. They arrive on the 12th. the quickest we can get out is the... Use your fastest general. What do you mean, use your fastest general? I can't put the fastest general on every... I guess what, just, merge everyone, yeah, I guess merge everyone, and, we do have 6 maneuver. That still doesn't cut it. That still doesn't cut it. It was going so nice. It was going so well. Use the spell for 15 movement speed. Scry War Combatants. I don't think the 15 movement speed is gonna cut it. We need to shave off 3 days. We need to shave off 3 days, which just... I don't think we will manage... Actually, can I... can we do some personal magic? No, that was the... That was the wrong button. That was the wrong fucking button. We are reloading is what we are doing. Fuck my life. And of course, always it has to happen at the end of a year. And I do not think 15% would give us 3 days. Maybe it would give 2. I don't remember. Is there a personal ruler spell which would give movement? Admittedly, I haven't looked through the personal spells that much. But I guess I don't remember there being... before reloading. Well, we are already reloading, so... Honestly, I would very much prefer it if there was a way to unmake rulers from being military leaders. Yes, maybe that would lead to abuse? I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't. You're still risking them dying whenever you send them out. But... I would have definitely tried some stuff extra if it wasn't for the fucking misclick. Honestly, if I could, I would just entirely remove this make button. Like why do there have to be like 4 separate magic buttons? They're not necessary. And also now the question is, how fucking far does this set us back to? Very far. Yup, an entire year's worth of fighting. Love to see it. Well, we're mostly gonna do everything as we did. I feel like every single time when something happens and I have to reload, it always happens at the end of the... at the end of the month. That's just how it rolls. Not the end of the month, end of the year. I guess we are aware, though, that they are in a similar situation. And also, I guess we can check now. Okay, so which is the correct button? Ruler menu. So I guess where would movement speed... Divination might have something. Or no, foresight is no, I guess not divination. Abjuration is all defensive if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Field of Freedom. I guess you do need legendary for it, but it costs a lot of admin. Every province with a land connected to the capital. 75% friendly movement speed. Is that how I understand it? Because that's absolutely busted, isn't it? Every province with a land connection, so it isn't even friendly, right? It's not even friendly territory, it's literally everything that's connected. That you see, this is something. Forget your 15 movement speed. We got 75. And yeah, I guess I'm also not entirely sure if it applies to like. I would say maybe it's only friendly territory, but even if it's friendly territory, that's still crazy for like defensive fighting. And oh. How about negative 75 hostile movement speed? And 5 attrition? That's a lot. So you can you pop both of them and you just get 150% change. I guess it does cost a metric shit ton of admin, but if you can pop one or both of them, that's wild. Okay, yeah, I guess I had never looked into abjuration. That is something. Yeah, that's the usual. So what then? Enchantment. That the sea, estates, military. Okay, you can get morale of armies. I guess you can get morale of armies here. The spells seem OP. Well, the spells, I would say very much. They definitely are strong. They definitely are strong. I'd say they are intended to be as such. Because, well, you do need to get a ruler who is a magician. We at the start of the campaign there was a hassle and everything to make sure that we have one. And yeah, plus like yeah, as Time said, that specifically does require legendary, which getting legendary does take quite a while, and you put some resources in there to need to acquire it. Because, for example, we're not proficient in abjuration, so I think the first level was what, 1,000? The second is 1,500, and then it's 2,000 combined. I would assume it costs how much, like 50 years? My assumption would be something around 50 years to go from 0 to maximum. Maybe a bit less, maybe I'm overestimating. But it's definitely not just a easy pickup. And plus then obviously 300 admin. Pay 300 admin. I think it scales from country size, I would assume. Okay, then was there anything in... I guess no, illusion, not... necromancy... transmutation might have something, though I think transmutation was mostly beneficial. Alright, I forgot about enhance ability. We definitely will have to get enhance ability. And slowly try and increase our ruler's skills. Yeah, actually, how the hell did I forget about this? I guess once we are done with evocation. Land growth. Shape changing. I guess, yeah, this didn't have anything. Okay, so I guess new information. Abjuration has very good movement stuff. That much has been discovered. Okay, get these militaries in place. Jump them. Oh, of course they finished it. Piece of shit. So this is already gonna go worse than we previously did. Also lovely. Shitty rolls. But okay, we are... Christ. It would be nice if we got absolutely anything on those dice rolls. Well, that was just way worse than the first time around. Get one of the siege generals in there. Well. Oh well, so much for that. Don't tell me that that's the city. Of course, the one time that they decide to siege the city and they do within literally a month. I want to say some spicy stuff to them right now. But I will hold back. I very much would be inclined to put a few peppered words out there. Okay, at least that fell quickly. Okay. Yeah, Jakuma is still around. We didn't wipe them out. Also, slight shame is we haven't really had occupation of any of their lands, so we haven't really built up war exhaustion for them or anything. In the previous wars, I do remember just getting a lot of territory and starting to rack up war exhaustion was very useful. This time around, haven't simply had the option to do so. Well, haven't gotten the right chance at least. Well, they are somewhat dying to attrition. We could... What's this? Oh, actually for the Harimari, and also, 50 government reform progress. That's cool, and we only get... I guess we do get for 10 years some national unrest. But for 50 government progress... Yeah, give me that. That's good. That's worth it in my eyes. Could we maybe... I guess no, we won't make it there in time. Yeah, their siege ability is crazy. I guess both of our siege ability is comparable. The problem is that they have fort defense as well, which we don't, and I guess that is only a level 2 castle. Not too surprising that it falls. Oh, and this army is arriving. Maybe I will remember to use it now. Come on over, you little boys. They're gonna help in the fight. Okay, so everything is retaken. Well, not retaken. We got the river crossing. Can we manage anything at all up here? I guess these are their vassal armies, so not as good. Not as good, and if we just hurtle on in. Okay, yeah, they are on the other side. Will be that most likely is gonna get lost. Yep, shame. Okay, that's one of the goblin armies. You stay there. You try and start retaking, at least attempting to retake these forts. That is a 70k stack coming our way. Actually, piss, I think we have to be somewhat ready to reinforce one of these cities. Oh, where are you walking? Where are you walking to? Christopher walking. They took a okay, yeah. Siege ability. How I hate the command in this playthrough. At least, I guess, if nothing else, they have given me a worthy rival. Which is the silver lining. I don't like that silver lining, I still hate it very much. But I guess staying positive. Staying positive. And ooh, they are trying to siege Tungayasa. That is a mountain. That would very much be a beneficial fight for us to take. A 2 dice difference could be something. Though they are rocking in. They are rocking in with quite many troops. Do I wanna... Okay, sure. Retreat out of the city. I don't care about the city. Even if they do collect most... Yeah, I don't care about you. I guess go for it. So that's gonna be from the mountain a difference of 2, plus I don't know, will they get the... Okay, then, okay, it's only the mountain and a absolutely horrific start. Good shit. Good shit. But okay, a 7... Yeah, the shock phases... The shock is where we thrive. The shock is where we absolutely thrive. Oh, but they instantly just retreated. Cowards! Absolute cowards. How dare they? Oh yeah, that's lame. We didn't really benefit anything from that. I guess we did beat them into retreating, but I don't know if we can call that much of a victory. And okay, it does seem like they are... If you want to save your city, you're gonna have to fight for it, but because I'm ready to reinforce. Nope, they're getting out. As much as I expected. That was a shame. Could have really racked in some kills from that. What's their current standing? At 170k still. Okay, that's that taken quickly. Okay, what does this shit stack consist of? There's a lot in here. The Ashjakuman main army, there is a bunch of Jade March troops, and then also some command. So this is just a mix. This is a literal mix of stuff. I guess we could pierce... We could try and go for the capital. Sure. Let's try and make our way over to the capital. I do want to occupy some land along the way as we go, because I think it does a good job at taking their attention, if nothing else. Because I have noticed the AI does pay attention to just random provinces that you have occupied, and it does like unoccupying them. So they serve as a nice distraction. Okay, in the meanwhile, they are flooding into our lands. It is a bit of a base race. And admittedly, at least, they are capturing land which isn't all that important to me. Meanwhile, I am marching for their capital. So... it's not exactly an equal exchange. We are very much benefiting. Okay. Yeah, they are diverting troops again. They are diverting troops. They are also spreading through the back line. I don't love seeing that, but sacrifices have to be made. Also, oh, it's the 37th. Is our war magic still up? I think it was due to run out. Okay, it will run out at the end of this month, so we need to reapply. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, we now need to... where is it? Evocation. War magic. Yep, we need to reapply it. Okay, they took a level 4 fort in just half a month. Damn them. Damn them all to hell. Right, now, I am starting to question it, though. Do they give a shit? Doesn't seem like they give much of a shit that we are taking their capital. I guess maybe once we actually do take it, that will be what gives them a kick. We are losing troops due to attrition, though, and I think they're not losing nearly as much. And how are they taking the forts so quickly? I understand it's not the best forts, but I guess they have gotten far enough into the backline that it's all level 2 forts. So I guess they go down quite quickly. But okay, once we take their capital, we will swing back around and try and... well, maybe we won't have to swing around. Looks like they are swinging around. Swinging all over the place. And pretty please, I need something better than just food, than just supply shortages on their capital. Do they have a war wizard with siege ability? No, I think they just have a shit ton of artillery, right? They just have a shit ton of artillery, and they have in general good siege on their generals. Like 4 siege, 3 siege, 3 siege, 3 siege. They basically have at least 3 siege wherever they go, I think. Plus then the 5 levels of artillery. It just gets there. And also I need more tea. And also, goddamn, we are running low on time again. I would want to bring this to an end. I don't know. I think we are... If only I hadn't had to reload that year, we would have nicely fit in today, but I don't want to leave this war hanging. I definitely want to see if we can finish up today, even if that means going a bit over time. So... Okay, oh no, they are no longer renting. Interesting. Why would they stop renting? Maybe they think they don't need it anymore? Barrage. I guess we could... 44... Oh, what's that? Another supply shortage. Well... Sure, I guess we're not saving that for anything else currently. And they are running about. Faster siege. Well, yeah, faster siege, less attrition, I guess. It's admittedly we're not taking that much attrition from a single of our armies. Okay, and I think we have to... Okay, well, I guess perfect, it went down. Oh, what the... They tell us the burning of the RPU headquarters. The Ronponyu Ura headquarters just got burned down. Oh no. They lose 30 Korashi reserves. Huh. We get 25 siege ability, 25 movement speed, and 0.1 reduction in monthly war exhaustion. And that might have a hidden negative event for commands. Yeah, I did not know that they're... I guess they established that only at some point, because during the first wars I did capture their capital, and it didn't have any special outcomes. It was just a captured capital, but and yeah, I guess it is only for 1 year. So I guess we won't really... I doubt we will capitalize that much from it, but we definitely can try and at least reposition quickly, since it did give us movement speed. Okay, so is this fight worth it? Oh, this is mostly mercenaries. Okay, try and get in there before they finish the siege. Okay, we got in. We got in. Terrible rolls, not so terrible rolls. What are the numbers like? Not the best. I guess the mercenaries are holding the line. Until they don't hold the line. Okay, that was 30,000 mercs dead. That was 30,000 mercs dead. A bit of a shame it didn't give us any actual fighting bonuses. It was all just siege and movement, but can we? That's just their chumps. We are very low on manpower ourselves. Then again, when is the next vote? 40. That's only 2 more years. I'm off to lunch, good luck. Well, I am thinking maybe this war will drag out, so maybe we will continue next time instead of finishing today. So maybe you won't be missing much. Thanks for hanging around as long as you did. But yeah, I think maybe this event did give me a bit of a spurt of, I don't know, inspiration once again. A will to fight. Because I guess... I think, yeah, maybe a little bit of a recap, and then we're gonna be wrapping up. Because as I see it... we are a bit low on manpower, but if push comes to shove, we can once again slacken recruitment. It's not the end of the world, and that should be able to tide us over for 2 years. Because we wait out 2 years, we can get another draft, which will be around 100k manpower, and that would entirely just push us through. And if we go that far, we could utterly break the command. As long as I'm careful with the fights, we are inflicting mass casualties. Because yeah, they have again gotten to the point where they're just lacking artillery. They're just lacking any sort of front line. So I guess we fight a bit more carefully for now. We preserve our manpower as much as possible. Maybe we use the siege ability to retake the territory that we have lost. Something like that. It might just work. A bit of a shame that today is Friday. We're gonna have to wait until Monday to continue it. Here's hoping that I don't forget everything. But I guess War Magic is up. That's gonna be good for the rest of the war. Oh, Absolutism is almost capped out. Would be nice to get that back. Maybe remove Land of Commerce. I mean, we'll see about that next time. So yeah, I guess things are definitely... things are going. The war is quite terrible, but should be... what time Monday? I stream, what is it, 2 p.m. Eastern European time. But in my main just about page, I do have the little widget which should adjust to your local time. So but basically European midday is what I do. So plus it's also in the schedule, in the Twitch schedule. So yeah, it's same time every time for 3 hours is my standard. But yeah, I guess yeah, we'll pick this up on Monday. A two-parter. It's a two-parter. So yeah, I guess enough rambling on that part. So then I guess thanks everyone that stopped by. And also yeah, welcome 9 Lives. Good to have some nice new people. And I'll try to catch the end after work, yeah. And if you don't manage to catch it and still want to see it, I am trying my best to upload the VODs. I am sort of like a week behind most of the time, but maybe I'll try and get Monday's VOD up extra early, because it's, I guess, sort of important. Yeah, I am trying my best on the YouTube side of things. Well, is it my best? I don't know. But yeah, something at least. But yeah, that's enough of that then. And yeah, see you on Monday then, everyone. Bye bye.